Hi, and welcome to Award Pool. Today we'll take a closer look at the tournament section, and I'll walk you through the different options available to you. So the first thing you'll see in the tournament area are a couple buttons. You'll see the bot area, which allows you to manage your tournament bot on things like Discord, as well as the ability to create a new tournament. So if you click on the Create New Tournament, you're presented with a couple options. The first option is a quick tournament creator. This allows you to just quickly create a tournament and set the name, the date, and the type of tournament. What's important when setting the date, if you're looking to set the tournament to start immediately, you probably want to set it to start a few minutes beyond the current time. So if it's 11:21, you might want to set it to 11:30. And if you want to set it to a future date, the time is less important. This time does define something such as the check-in. So if you're using the Discord bot or you're using the lobby capabilities found within the platform, you want to make sure that that check-in time is set specifically. If it's not important and you're just going to start the tournament with regardless of time, then it's probably less important. It's just something to keep in mind. Bracket sizes, we can set a maximum of 512 per bracket. Each tournament can have multiple brackets. Additional brackets can be added within the management tool itself. If you're looking to create a more advanced tournament, you can choose the Advanced Tournament Creator option. The Advanced Tournament Creator option allows you to define much more robust and detailed aspects of your tournament. So you'll see you can set the tournament name, again the time and date, as well as the tournament types. Single elimination is a single win, you're eliminated. Double, 2 wins, you're eliminated. Round robin is a round robin style tournament, and Swiss being the most flexible of the tournament styles. Then the venue types, you can do online, offline, or both. And in this case, you can define the actual revenue options as well, such as the cost of the venue, the prize pool, this is the amount of money you might be paying out, the amount of players, again we can set even more if you'd like, 512 per bracket, and the entrance fee. And as we play with these numbers, you'll notice that the revenue numbers change as well. So if we set the entrance fee to 20, you'll see the number double, and as well as the payout. So if we're looking to do a 90% payout, you'll see that the amount of total is beyond what we have available, so we'll have to play with the numbers to get these down. So I'll choose 3% here, and maybe I'll bring this down to 1%, and maybe I'll do this down to 1% as well, and we'll see the numbers correspondingly are being reflected. So now we're pretty good. Do 1%, we're at 100%, now we can create the event. Great tournament. Once you create the tournament, you have a number of different options, and you'll have, if not all the options are filled out, you will not be able to create the tournament. You'll see that I haven't selected all the options. Now, once I have selected all the options, the create tournament option is available. So I'm going to quickly just change the name. Tournament name is probably not the best example, so we'll call it Demo Test 1. Very creative. I'll click Create Tournament, and you'll notice at the top there's a pink indicator that shows that the tournament is being saved and created as we speak. At this point we'll see the Demo Test Tournament as an option, and we'll have a variety of components that we can play with. The most obvious being the Managed Tournament, but before we do so, I'm going to move the tournament from an upcoming state to a live state. So I'm going to click that little icon, and we'll see that it turns green, and now we've gone to the live view, and we'll see that there's a Demo Test Tournament. Now if I click on the Manage Tournament option, we will get some more options. So the first thing you'll see is a lot of different options. So at the top we'll see things like we can create additional brackets, we can delete a bracket, we can play with additional settings, and we can add additional organizers. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to take a look at the settings. So click on that, and we'll see that we can rename the bracket. We'll leave it for this. And now it's round robin. So you can see there's different options if you want to switch it to a different type of bracket type. The check-in duration is currently set to 120 seconds, which might be a little short. Let's set it to 600 seconds, which is about 10 minutes. That's the length of time a user is available for check-in. Now, the check-in duration is particularly important, and it's important for a number of reasons. When you're doing a tournament, especially an esports tournament, and the check-in period defines that your players are available. So if there's a wait list, so let's say you chose a much smaller cap in terms of the users, and those spots will free up. So if you've checked in and you're on the wait list, you will then be sequentially added to that based on people who have not checked in. So it's important to understand those numbers. So if you have too long a check-in period, that can make it difficult as well. So having the right balance of a check-in period is something you probably want to consider. The same goes for the sign-up cap. Sports that involve teams may not want to have such a large sign-up cap, where single-player type sports, maybe battles, would probably be better suited to have a larger cap. You can also have multiple tournament brackets. So if you're looking to have a tournament with more than 512 participants, you could have multiple brackets for each of those participants. You could also have multiple brackets that define things such as qualifiers. So you could define a qualifying round, which might be round robin, but a single elimination, which might be a playoff. The other option you have is the ability to define the rankings. So the rankings can be, by default, match wins, but they can also be things such as game wins or points scored and points difference. So points scored could be, for example, how many kills you have in a qualifier versus how many wins you have in a playoff. So these are important to sort of define based on your bracket type. Also, a third place match. The third place match is similar to what you'd find in traditional sports such as hockey, where there's a battle for the third place medal. Third place gets a silver medal, where the fourth place is forgotten. Sequential pairings provides the mechanisms to pair as users are added to the system and signed up for the actual tournament. So these are players pairings. So if you want sequential, basically as you sign up, you get paired. Otherwise, it'll randomize it. The next is rounds. This is just the bracket view, which I'll show you in a moment, as well as points for buy for using the Swiss style tournament, points for game ties, and other. These are advanced settings if you're using the Swiss style tournament. It gives you a lot of flexibility. The next thing we can take a look at here is the actual participant and the area. So one of the quickest ways to get going if you want to try the system is just to demo use the demo data. And we've set it up to sort of work in a kind of fantasy style. So you can move from this idea of a fantasy environment to a real environment. So if you want to try to do a simulated tournament before you're ready to sort of launch and bring the world to your tournament, you can just click on one of the links and bring in some demo data. The other thing you want to do before you start is manage your tickets. So the tickets allow you to define how users have access. So by default, you may want to create a ticket here that has, it might be free entry. So the important thing is to understand how the tickets correlate to the brackets. So if you have, let's say, 512 participants, you may want to set the free to no more than 512. But if you intend to have a wait list, then you might want to set that to unlimited. So these numbers can be defined based on what you're looking to achieve. Visibility, similarly, the ticket is visible on your site, so people can use it, where you might want to create special tickets, VIP tickets, and other things where you might not want it visible. Also, you might want to allow teams signed up versus individuals. Team option gives you the ability to have multiple tickets available for each of the participants within the team, where an individual is limited to one ticket. So we'll go ahead and create a free ticket. I'll just click, in this case, I'm just going to create 512. I'll click save. I'm going to allow it for individuals as well, and I'm going to click that. Now I got a free ticket. Paid tickets allow you to create paid tickets. Similar, but now you have a price. So I'll create a general ticket. I'll go ahead and create that. Now I go, and then donation-based tickets. This is where the participants can arbitrarily define how much they want to make available in terms of costs. So some people might want to pay $1, others might be happy paying $10,000. You can create a donation ticket by doing that. So that. Choose your currencies. make sure you've connected your Stripe account. If your Stripe account isn't connected, you will only be able to do a free ticket. So make sure you go ahead and go into your user settings up in the top right hand corner and connect your Stripe account. If you are not connected, you'll have an option as well to click here and connect. So I've gone ahead and created my tickets. The next thing you can do is either make your tournament available, or you can add existing players if you want to use players that exist within your system currently. So in this case, I might want to add different players or teams. I could add my team. I could add 100 Thieves. I'll go ahead and add 100 Thieves. Again, anyone that registers on your registration page will also be automatically added. The brackets don't show up until you have at least 2 players. You can't have a tournament with only one player or team. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a second team. We'll add these guys. Okay, now we've got enough for a bracket. So with the bracket we've selected is round robin. So if we can look at the bracket, we can click the view bracket option, and we can then take a look. Oh, we have to probably refresh it. Oh, it showed up. Sometimes it takes a minute to show up. Then we can go back and we can view that. So the next thing, once you're happy, you can start the tournament by clicking the Start Tournament option. So once you've started the tournament, a few more options become available. Keep in mind this particular tournament only has 2 players, so there's not going to be a lot going on, but for larger tournaments you'd be able to define this. Everything you see in this platform has the ability to be controlled both in the interface itself and through the Discord bot. So if you want to have match reporting through Discord, you just go to Discord and you can run the corresponding Discord commands to define the winner or loser of a given match. You'll see here that there's an option to set this as underway, which acts as a kind of promotional capability, which highlights a given match. This can tie into things such as your Twitch stream and other places where you might want to have this promoted. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just set the tournament winner as 100 and this team 50. And then I'm going to save. So you'll notice the pink indicator at the top tells you what's happening. It's saved. Okay, now we've now saved it. Let's just take a quick look at the bracket to see that everything's working okay. We go here, we see that 100 Thieves is the winner of this first round and only round of this tournament. A couple things to note about the brackets. Before the bracket starts, you can actually randomize your seeds by clicking this indicator, and that your seeds will randomize. I'm going to go back. We can also look at some matches. I'll go back here. And once we're happy, we can finalize the tournament. So there's a time frame in terms of self-reporting. So if the tournament participants are reporting the scores, we can set a time frame that says that the tournament is only finalized within a certain amount of time has elapsed, meaning the players haven't disputed the score. In this case, I'm the administrator, so I'm just going to say this is the score, I believe it. I'm going to finalize the tournament. So I want to tell you about a few things you can also do. These are probably more advanced settings, but they could be quite useful. So once you've completed a tournament, you can actually reset the tournament and start it all fresh. But a couple things to keep in mind if you do decide to restart the tournament. It'll clear all the previous scores. So your other option is you can actually go and make a copy of the tournament and use the same format from the original tournament. And so by clicking the reset tournament, that will reset the tournament, or you can make a copy. Okay, you can make a copy by going to the landing page. If you go to the design option, click design. This will bring you to the demo, and one of the options here you'll see is a copy. So you can see the different settings. These are advanced settings. You can customize the page as you like and you can control the designs. But one of the useful options is just to click to make a duplicate of. So I'm just going to click copy. Alright, we've made a copy.